بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We are continuing with our classes on التعبير القرآني by Dr. فاضل صالح سميرائي. And we had we're still discussing the topic about nouns, using nouns, verbal sentences and nominal sentences. So he has been giving several examples, and I think we are going to be discussing maybe the second last or the last example as far as this topic is concerned, probably, or this chapter is concerned, or this PDF is concerned, probably. And he was giving evidence. So he had told us before. I'm just gonna, why is it not working? So sometimes it misbehaves. Okay, there we go. So before, we were talking about this idea of Allah used when it comes to layl, the night, he said ساكنا, جملة اسمية. And when it came to the day, he says لتبصروا فيه, right? And so he gave the argument why he thinks this is the case. And after that, now he's quoting Al-Kashaf, the book by Zamakhshari, so that to just add evidence to his argument, right? And he says جاء في الكشاف, this is the paragraph we had started, في هذه الآية, regarding this ayah, it came or it was written in Al-Kashaf, فإن قلت لما قرن الليل بالمفعول له والنهار بالحال. If you asked, or if you said, why did he attach, or why did he connect, why did he combine مفعول له to the day, to the night, the night to the مفعول له, والنهار بالحال, and the day to the حال. وهل كان حالين أو مفعولا لهما فيراعى حق المقابلة. And why did he not make both of them حال or both of them مفعول له, so that this comparison becomes a true comparison, so that you can observe true comparison, right? And we gave the example last time that if you want to compare, for example, a woman and a man, you have to consider certain factors. You have to make sure you don't compare like a child with an adult. Like if you want a true comparison, you take people of the same age, you take people from the same area, perhaps. You take something that you compare an orange with an orange, in other words. You compare an apple with an apple. But now it seems that here in the Quran, Allah is comparing an apple with an orange. That is not true comparison because they're technically two different things. So how do you compare two different things? So it seems like a contradiction of some sort, or it doesn't look like proper comparison, that Allah is comparing a maf'ul lahu, which is the reason, to a hal, which is a state. So what's up with that? And this is what Az-Zamakhshari in Al-Kashaf is going to answer. And he says, قلت, I would say, هما متقابلان من حيث المعنى. They are actually comparable in terms of meaning. So you can be able to compare them in terms of meaning, not in terms of the function. So the function, one is a hal, one is a maf'ul lahu, one gives a reason, one gives a state. That's the function. So we are not comparing functions here. We are comparing meanings. So هما متقابلان من حيث المعنى لأن كل واحد منهما يؤدي مؤدى الآخر. Because each one of them serves the purpose of the other. Each one of them fulfills the function or the purpose or the task of the other. ولأنه لو قيل, and also because if it was said لتبصر فيه فاتت الفصاحة التي في الإسناد المجازي. If it was said لتبصر فيه, okay? So here, instead of مبصرا, which was, I think I messed up in the beginning when I was giving the example, but here, because the day was described with the noun and the night was described with the verb. So I messed up in the beginning when I made it opposite. Anyway, here, had it been said لِتُبْصِرُوا فِيهِ, so that you are captured, the whole point of the metaphorical speech, like we talked about the days having eyes and the days seeing us, all that notion would be lost, because now we have a doer. And the dua is the waw al-jama'a, أنتم لتبصروا فيه, so that you see in it. ولو قيل ساكنا, and had it been said the night is tranquil, والليل يجوز أن يوصف بالسكون على الحقيقة. And as a matter of fact, that's how the night is described. ألا ترى إلى قولهم ليل ساج وساكن لا ريح فيه. Don't you see that it is, يعني it's common speech, it is commonly said ليل ساج, a tranquil night or a calm night, وساكن, and calm, لا ريح فيه, no winds in it. Had this been said, so we have to understand, like this is جملة اعتراضية all the way up to there. Had this been said, so you look at it as ولو قيل ساكنا لم تتميز الحقيقة من المجاز. The reality wouldn't have been distinguished from the metaphorical. So this is just a brief sort of translation of what is happening there. But maybe just to explain what the idea is. The idea of what Az-Zamakhshari is saying in this particular part is that, well, if somebody hypothetically asked, why was the comparison not maintained? So compare an apple with an apple, compare a hal with a hal, compare a maf'ul lahu with a maf'ul lahu. In other words, compare, it should have been like laylun sakin and naharun mubsirun. So اسم أو لتسكنوا فيه ولتبصروا فيه. فعل فعل. Makes sense, right? So Zamakhshari says, no, actually, I would have said that the comparison here is in regards to the meaning. What kind of meaning are we trying to bring forth? Is it the metaphorical meaning? Is it the reality? Are we trying to bring in haqiqah or majaz, right? And each one serves the purpose of the other. All right, so that's kind of like the general meanings. Any questions so far? Is that meaning understood before we go breaking down into the grammar? Let's see here. Okay, fantastic. All right. I've already kind of like read it before, so it should be easy. Arfi, do you want to read? Or say the Samia? Or Fawzia, any one of you wants to read?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
قلت هما متقابلان
قلت
هما متقابلان من حيث المعنى، لأن كل واحد منهما يودي مودة الآخر، ولأنه لو قيل لتبصر فيه فاتت الفصاحة التي في الإسناد المجازي، ولو قيل ساكنا والليل يجوز أن يؤتف بالسكون على الحقيقة. ألا ترى إلى قولهم ليل ساج وساكن لا ريح فيه لم تتميز الحقيقة من المجاز.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna finish up. ليل ساجد وساكن كريحة لم تتميز الحقيقة من المجاز. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Then we can try and look at the i'rab of it. So maybe just to point out, remember, this statement is starting from here. So فإن قلت, in, we said, is أداة الشرط جازمة. So you have in there, beginning our جملة شرطية. So we expect a jawab. So all this قلت, all this لما قرن, all this is مقول القول. So this whole thing, it's in one bracket. Okay. So where is the jawab? The jawab begins here. So قلت, if it was said, or if you said, I would say. So this is the response that Zamakhshari would give if somebody brought about something like that. So قلت, okay. Fawzia, you want to do the i'rab, or you want somebody else to do that? Or anybody wants to do the i'rab? Okay,
Okay,
Ashi.
إن شاء الله.
Yeah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قلت في الماضي فاعله أنا،
Mm-hmm.
هما مبتدأ
Mm-hmm.
متقابلان خبر،
Mm-hmm.
من حيث المعنى متعلق بالخبر،
Mm-hmm.
and the whole sentence is مقولا قول في محل نصب، مفعول به في محل نصب.
Yeah, so the whole sentence from here all the way to the end, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so maybe a few notes about, I think it's important to mention min haythu, or this word haythu. So haythu is,
Yeah,
it
I was
has,
just asking about it.
okay, ask and then I'll see how to answer.
No, I was just asking why is حيث, can we do it मतलब main is حرف جر, so حيث is مجرور, or
Yes.
and حيث is مضاف, and then معنى is مضاف إليه, so why حيث is not just.
Yeah, so this is one of those ظرف special mudafs, we call them in our Baina program, where it doesn't, it's just like this. It will never have a kasra, it will just mean haythu. It will never be min haytha, min haythi. It will always be haythu. It doesn't change. Okay, whether it's harf jar coming before it, whether there's nothing that comes before it, it's always going to be like this. But what I wanted to also add on that, so you have a couple of verbs like this that don't change. Oh, not verbs, but what are they called? Special mudafs that don't change. But what I wanted to add is that haythu is a really cool word to know because it has several meanings and it can improve your vocabulary. So knowing how to use min haythu or bihaythu will actually like make you sound Arabic, you know? So it could be a ظرف مكان. What do I mean by a ظرف مكان? So it could be like, for example, if I want to say, stay where you are. How would I say that? I can easily say, ابقى حيث أنت. You can also say ابقى مكانك, stay in your place. But I can also say ابقى حيث أنت. So here حيث would be the ظرف, the place where you are. So stay where you are, stay in the place you are. حيث has the meaning of place. So you can use it like that. It can also sometimes be used to mean, especially if it comes with ba, بحيث. So if I say بحيث, it has the meaning of in a way that, for example, if I want to say distribute the cake in a way that it is distributed to the whole class, or it fits the whole class. Yeah. Also distribute this so as to fit the class, so that everybody gets one. How would I say that? I would use بحيث. Yeah. وزع الكعكة بحيث, in a way that, in a manner that, so as to. So that will be بحيث if it has be. And again, حرف jar, but it's still بحيث, not بحيث, بحيث, right? So it's a very versatile word that you can use. And also you can use it if it comes with min حيث أتى, or إلى حيث, to show a place. So عاد من حيث أتى, he returned to where he came from, or he went to a place where he came, ذهب إلى حيث. So you can use it in very different ways like that. Or you can even use to mean so that. For example, اعمل بحيث تنجح. ادرس بحيث تنجح. Study so that you pass your exams. Or study in a manner that will enable you to pass the exams, which shows the end goal. So it's a very versatile word that can be used in so many different ways, and I think it's important. Here, so من حيث المعنى, you can look at it من ناحية. من حيث is the same like من ناحية, من جهة, from the angle of the meaning, from the side of the meaning, from the point of view of the meaning, from the place of the meaning. Yeah, so that's how من حيث comes in there.
So here we don't say like حرف جر من to حيث is في محل جر, like في محل جر.
Yes,
This is how
في
we say.
محل جر. في محل
Okay.
جر. Yeah, في محل جر. Yeah, or you can say مجرور محلا. Yeah. So that would be, yeah. So
meaning
من
they
حرف جر.
differ from different context or different context. Yeah, meaning differ from different context.
Yes, the meaning of it will depend on the context and how you use it. Are you using it as a ظرف مكان to signify a place? It can even be used to mean إذ, when. Okay, so it has also the meaning of when. So when you come across this word, like remember it has different usages and different meanings, and how has it been used so that you can be able to translate it properly. Clear?
Now, here in the text, what does it mean? They are opposite. If you do the literal translation, then you say they both are opposite from the place of meaning. Like they are saying they're opposite in terms of meaning. Is that what the thing is?
So here, maybe we should talk about متقابل here. So متقابل means comparable. مقابل would be
Comparable?
like opposite.
Yeah, it's opposite, right?
No. Comparable. No.
Comparable.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, because if you take it يعني as the meaning of opposite, then it won't make any sense. It's opposite in the meaning, no, it's comparable in terms of meaning. So here من حيث is in terms of, or in the angle of, in the way of meaning. So you can be able to compare these two by looking at the meanings. That's what he's saying. All right. Okay, we can continue then.
لأنها is مبتدأ. كل is اسم لأن كل مضاف واحد مضاف إليه منهما متعلق بالخبر. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, go on. We can hear you.
منهما متعلق بالخبر كل واحد منهما, right? يؤدي is
I'm trying to think about this منهما, but continue.
يؤدي is حال of the sentence لأن كل واحد منهما. I think so.
So where's the خبر?
Okay. Also في يؤدي the خبر في محل رفع.
Yes.
Because each one of them يؤدي. Okay, each one of them is both of them fulfilling. ما يؤدي معدل الآخر. معدل is مفعول به of يؤدي. معدل is مضاف الآخر is مضاف إليه.
Yes. So this منهما, I don't know, I don't think it's متعلق here. I think it's a
Can't we take it as a صفة of
صفة.
واحد?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
One
كل. Yeah.
كله.
Yeah, because كل واحد is, it would be like a مضاف, an إضافة, and then منهما would be the صفة to that إضافة.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Would be a whole big large bucket for المبتدأ from لأن to منهما.
Yes. So you're talking about this lam at the beginning?
Yes, well,
How would you know which Masruf is he taking? Because if you say each one of them or one of them, it sounds right to both of them. I don't know.
So could you repeat that? I'm not sure I understood.
Like minhuma, is it a sifa
Mhm.
of kulla or is it a sifa of wahid? How would you know?
Um,
Because it sounds right to both of them.
yeah. واحد كله.
Like, for example, if you attach it with kulla, then it will be like each of them.
But
And if
you
you
can't
attach it,
separate كل واحد, I think.
and
كل,
uh, but it is attached to either mudaf or either to mudaf ilayh, right? Or
so the way I'm
right?
looking at it is that
Mm.
it makes more sense if you look at كل واحد as one unit, as an إضافة, and then
Oh,
منهما is the صفة to that إضافة.
okay.
Because
So
if you're to look at it this way,
we can have such construction like in idafa, taking a jar majrur as a sifa, or we take it as a common, taking a jar majrur as a sifa.
yeah,
Both
that's
of them are
pretty much.
common.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both of
both.
them are common, so that's the idea.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. I think when it comes to a jar majroor with a
Hmm.
compound sifa, it doesn't really matter if it's common or proper. If I remember correctly,
Okay.
compound sifa was it? Yeah, so when it comes to jar majroor, it has to be common. Yeah, which is what we have here.
Yeah, so both of them are common.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But if we say it's the sifa to wahidin, I don't, it's not لأن, or maybe it's even متعلق to كل واحد. I am not so sure, to be honest.
Okay.
But I'm not so sure the grammar of منهما here, to be honest. This is something I will have to look it up and be
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
We can't take it as min bayaniya also. I'm just shooting like wahid.
The function
Which
of
wahid?
mean could be, the function of mean could
Yeah.
be a number of reasons. Yeah, could be mean bayaniya definitely as a function. But the i'rab of it, so there are two things that we normally have to like separate. There's the function, there's the i'rab, and then there's the type. All right. So for example, the type could be like isim fa'il. Isim fa'il is a type of word, right? Is it the i'rab? No. I can never say that this is isim fa'il marfu'. Like we've never done that, right? So the type cannot substitute for the i'rab. The i'rab could be fa'il, or it's either the dua or the fi'il or the isim majroor or isim ma'tuf. These are the kinds of labels for i'rab, right? And then you have the function of it. So what kind of a mean is it? What function is it doing? What kind of a ba is it doing? And what function is the ba doing? What kind of function is the lam doing? So you have like those three different separate scenarios, but could be combined into one, right?
Okay. Okay. Got it. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I will look into this further, to be honest. I'm a bit confused right now. If we take متعلق, so it would be متعلق to, I'm guessing كل, لأن كل واحد منهما, because each one of them, I think that would still be the meaning. I'm just not so sure about the i'rab, to be honest.
But I was thinking that, kulla doesn't need a clarification, right? Like it's
Yeah.
an each. It is the wahid that needs a clarification. Which single are you talking about? We are talking about single of both of them. So if you look at the purpose, then I think it should be attached to wahid.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at it that way, yeah, definitely.
Can it be متعلق to متقاضي then? Because we are
Oh, no.
talking about it.
No, because it's going back to this, either one of the two. So either the مفعول له or the hal. So it's talking about one of those two, which is what we are talking about here. Huma, this huma goes back to the idea of the day and the night being the night being associated with the fi'l maf'ul lahu and the day being associated by the hal. So those are the two concepts that we are trying to compare, if you will. Yeah, I think that could be more logical to say that min huma goes back to wahid. I don't know. I will look this up. Let's move along. I don't want us to. If we can be able to finish this paragraph, that would be good. Okay, so obviously now if all this would be the mubtada, so that means this is the beginning of the khabar. Go on.
واو حرف عطف لأنه again مبتدأ لو
Mhm.
حرف شرط فيها
Mhm.
قيل فعل ماضي
Mhm.
مجهول
Yes.
bracket لتبصره is I forgot حرف
Na'ibu. Oh, okay. You're inside. Okay. Yes.
تبصره فعل ماضي فاعله فاعله هم في is متعلق بتبصره اللي هو الكود is نقول القول مفعول به في محل منصوب نقول القول محل منصوب right
Na'ibul fa'il.
نازل فاعل اوكي لو
Yes.
قيل لتبصره نازل فاعل
Yeah. So this, whatever is in the quotes, will be the na'ibul fa'il في محل رفع. And then of course inside لتبصروا فيه, like you mentioned, lam. We normally call this lam harf nasib because it makes it mansub, right? So tubsiruna, then it became tubsiru, the noon dropped. So and then tubsiru fi'l mudara because the noon dropped. Of course we're going to call it mansub, and the fa'il is the waw, antum. Sorry, antum. Yeah. Question? Was there something?
No. I
Okay.
said first time the wrong ماضي I said it's a فعل مضارع فاعله أنتم
Yes. Good.
فاتت
And then what about fatat?
is جواب to لو
Mm-hmm.
option
Yes.
فات is فعل ماضي
Mm-hmm.
فاعله الفصاحة فاتت التي صفات الفصاحة
Mm-hmm. So this is a compound
التي
sifa.
التي
Ism. What kind of an ism is that? الذي, التي, ما, من.
I forgot the name right now.
Ism mawsul. So التي is ism mawsul, right?
Yeah, اسم موصول yes اسم موصول
Mm-hmm.
في أقدر إسناد مجرور إسناد إسناد موصوف المجازي صفة so the whole is مجرور to في and this is صلة والذي the whole في الإسناد مجازي to صلة والذي right
Exactly. Yeah, and of course here it is assumed that the mubtada is hidden. التي هو في الإسناد المجاز, but because we don't need to mention the a'id, because most people would ask, oh, where's the a'id? The a'id here is implied, because remember there are three states in which you have the a'id when it comes to ism mawsul. So you have the a'id where it is inside pronoun, or sometimes it is attached pronoun, or sometimes it is implied pronoun. In this case, or it's an independent pronoun. So in this case, it is an implied pronoun, an independent pronoun that is implied. So it's understood الفساحة التي هو هي. Oh, sorry. Here. not هو obviously هي في الإسناد المجازي. So that's how, yes. So that's kind of like how it's understood, right? Any questions there? I think that section, unless there's a question, we can continue.
I'm
Yes,
forgetting,
go on.
but is a Mosul cannot not be the Mubtada as well? The allati here?
No. So, so what happened? Mubtada, for an ism mawsul to be mubtada, it has to be at the beginning of the sentence. But here you see it's whatever is coming before it, it's proper. So every time you have a mawsuf that is proper, followed by allati, it's going to be the sifa. But if it was common, then you can look at it differently. You can look at it as sometimes it can be a khabar, or it could be في محل جر مضاف إليه كتاب الذي, the book of the one who, right? Or things like that. But here in this case, when you have a proper followed by الذي or التي, it's going to be the sifa. Right.
We don't have khabar here because لأنه is مبتدا, so khabar. I don't see khabar here.
You don't see خبر of what? لأنه?
لأنه, yes.
لو قيل لأنه.
Because
لو قيل is the khabar, right? لأنه is the
Yeah.
mubtada, and shart, the whole shart and jawabu shart is the khabar of it.
Yeah.
And the rest of the is jumla fi'liya, so we don't need a khabar there.
Exactly. All right. So we can finish off this next section.
well is حتى لو again حرف شرطية. قيل is فعل ماضي مجهول. ساكنا is مفعول به. في مفعول به مقعود.
So you have قيل,
قول.
it will be the same thing.
yes. مقولا قول في محل مقولا قول مفعول به.
نائب الفاعل.
sorry نائب الفاعل في
Yes.
محل رفع.
Yes.
okay. well حق عطف الليل مبتدأ. يجوز خبر في محل رفع. يجوز مضارع فعل مضارع فاعله هو. أن يوصف is compound اسم مفعول به.
Yes.
يوصف is مضارع مجهول فاعله هو.
نائب الفاعل obviously.
yes. نائب الفاعل هو. بالسكون متعلق بيوصف. and we call حرف ناصبة here, right?
Yes. أن is also حرف ناصب.
السكون على الحقيقة دي متعلق بالسكون.
Yes. No. يوصف.
okay.
So this one also is متعلق number 2.
I'm confused most of the time, like to attach to it. Like if we had two words like Yusuf and Sukun, how do you know that it's mutalik to Sukun or Yusuf?
So you can just ask yourself, okay, what would it mean? Like, what is the meaning? So if I say it is متعلق to السكون على الحقيقة, it means so على الحقيقة in reality, you can just look at that as in reality. So it is appropriate or it is suitable that the night is described with tranquility in reality. So it is appropriate in reality. So you can see in reality is connected to it being appropriate or it being described, right? So it's going back to the description. But you cannot say that it is related to tranquility in reality. So tranquility in reality, like the connection is not to the tranquility. The reality is not in connection to the reality. The tranquility, the reality is in connection to how it is described, right? That's how it is described in reality. So that's
Okay.
kind of like,
So
mostly
we
it
have
comes
to-
from the meaning.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we take this as unused of our hindi as masdar muawwal?
Yes. Compound. I
Okay.
think she said compound ism. Yeah. So that would be the في محل نسب مفعول به.
So this will whole go back till haqiqa, right?
Yes, the whole compound because it's one. It's connected.
Perfect. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Can you do a full translation of the compoundism? Because Al-Laylu is the mubtada and then khabar starts.
Mhm.
It uses the khabar and then
Yes.
the night is maybe described, Safa is described with stillness in reality, but I'm not getting the un here. And
So what you can do is you can just remove a new safa and put the masdar there. So يجوز وصفة. What is valid? So يجوز وصفة, the description of. The description with tranquility. So if I take this a new safa and replace it with a masdar, which will be wasfa. So يجوز وصفة بالسكون. It is valid. The description is يعني how do I say? Wait, will it be مفعول به or will it be فاعل? يجوز. This is
But
valid.
Yusufa, the file is layl, right? So sukoon is not the file. Even if you put a masdar, it will not be a file. It will be
No, I'm wondering about jaza, if it is lazim or mutaad. That's where I'm confused. Because in that case, if it is, I think it is lazim. No? I think مفعول به.
check.
Yeah, I think it is lazim in this case. So that would be the fa'il. So this compound ism, this masdar mu'awwal would be the fa'il and not the maf'ul bihi. Right, yeah. Because the to permit or to allow would be jawwaza, would be family too. So this is يجوز أن يوصف. So this أن يوصف, initially we had said it is the مفعول في محل نسب مفعول به. So this sentence here would be, all of it would be في محل رفع فاعل. So this is permitted. يجوز, so أن يوصف بالسكون, that it being described with tranquility in reality is allowed, is permitted, is valid. You can look at it something like that. Even though I'm translating it with an is permitted or is valid, it's not actually a jumla ismiya, right?
Just a little query. For example, if we have an ism and then we have a jumla failure, so the mubtada ism, it should be there somewhere in the jumla failure, right?
The ism? The pronoun will be referring back to the mubtada in that case.
So
Yeah.
if you take this as the file of yajuzu, then it should be yajuzuhu, because the mubtada should be there somewhere.
Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. Like it's not a
Okay, that's
must.
what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not must, that's what I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just asking.
No, I think it's not a must.
Okay, okay, no problem.
It's a must if I'm just trying to remember how it is. If the pronoun is mentioned, if the maf'ul bihi, I've forgotten that is the topic of al-ibtida, when
Okay.
the
Mhm.
mubtada comes later, when you have khabar mu'akhar or something like that, then you have the pronoun that goes back to, but I have forgotten that concept.
Okay.
Allah.
Okay, inshallah. You can share in the group, inshallah, later on.
Yeah. I will. Two things I need to check out, inshallah. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit rusty, and it's been a long while. Anyway, I think that concept is clarified now, or whatever we were discussing here, على الحقيقة. So maybe we can just finish off this next portion, and then we can go ahead and call it a day.
هذا ألا is حرف استفهامية
Mm-hmm.
ترى فعل ومعرف عائده أنت إلى قولهم والتعلق بالفعل ترى.
Yes.
What is the إعراب of استفهامية حرف استفهامية؟
No, حرف doesn't have إعراب. Like حروف, we don't do إعراب of them. We just say حرف.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't this Allah in place of an plus la?
No, that is Allah. It has a shadda. This one is like, do you not see? Like, do you not? This one is like Hamzatul Istifham plus Lam. So this is A plus La, and then you have An plus La. So this is Allah, and this is Allah. And they have different meanings. Yeah.
Okay. ليل is مبتدأ ساكن is خبر واو حرف عطف ساكن is معطوف to ساكن.
Yes.
لا ريح فيه. I don't know what is this sentence.
So you have what is Laylun. So this is Laylun is nakira. And then you have a jumla that comes after it with a pronoun that goes back to Laylun. La riha fihi. The ha, this pronoun goes back to Layl. So what kind of a structure is that, where you have nakira followed by a jumla? There you go. Yeah, so la riha fihi is the sifa to Layl.
Okay. And inside the sentence structure, how we do that is.
So look, I did. Yes, nafia, but which kind of nafia?
Absolutely no.
Riha. Look, it's riha.
Yeah.
It's not rihun.
Mansub. Okay. Oh, not mansub.
Yes, it is mansub. So what kind of a la is this?
I don't know.
لا نافية للجنس. Like لا إله إلا الله. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And inside how we say riha is mubtada.
So we say lam and it's ism, just like inna and it's ism. So we'd say this is la and nafiya lil jism, and riha would be the ism la. That's how we will look at it.
And fihi is khabar to riha or muta'alliq to riha.
Yes, you can look at it muta'alliq to the khabar. Normally when it comes to this structure, the khabar is understood. It is mahdhuf. So they will just say this is muta'alliq to khabar mahdhuf, or you can look at the fihi as the khabar itself. And it normally comes as this structure, la rayba فيه لا ريح فيه. Can see the similarity there. Yeah.
لا ريح فيه.
Do you translate this as um, the night? The, a night is quiet and still, not having, or with no wind in it? How would you translate it?
Yeah,
Because it's
so
a sifa,
yeah,
so not having any wind, with
yeah,
no wind in it.
no wind in it. So ليل ساجن, tranquil night. ليل ساجن وساكن, night, tranquil and calm night, no wind in it. Or like if you want to make it like proper, you can say there's no wind in it. But you can just say no wind in it, right? Or no, absolutely no wind in it, because again, لا نفي للجنس has the meaning of absolute negation. So no absolutely no wind in it. And yes,
Sakin and Sakin is sifa to Laylun.
yes. So this should be the sifa to layl. This whole sentence. This whole sentence, لا ريح فيه, is the sifa to layl.
Sister Elam, why Sajin is majrur?
So this is صرف of ناقص. So سجى, like هدى يهدي, سجى, yes. So we say هادٍ ساجٍ,
Okay,
right?
okay.
In the
Okay.
Rafa
But it is
version.
in the Rafa version. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to be ساجٍ, ساجيا, ساجٍ.
Okay. And I have one query. Okay, Laylun, Sajun, sifa number 1, Sakin, sifa number 2, but we don't see a wow here. So can we take La Riha Fihi as the sifa of Sakin rather than for Layl?
So you see the pronoun here. The
Mhm.
pronoun has to go to something. So if you have like a sifa and mawsuf, the pronoun goes back to the mawsuf, the thing you're describing. So are you
Okay.
describing peaceful? There's no wind in the peaceful? So that doesn't make, or there's no peace in the calm, there's no wind in the calm, it doesn't make sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So this is sifa number 1, and then this would be sifa number 2, and this would be ma'tuf. The sakin is ma'tuf to sajin. Right. Okay. Oh, I see your question here on the chat. Allah, yes, Allah means lest, so as not to, exactly. That would be the meaning of Allah. Allah tadhhab, so that you do not go, or lest you go, right? Yeah. This one is Allah is more like I'm wondering, like it's questioning. Do you not see that this is what they say? Allah tara? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, Arshi, we can finish this part.
Some is حرف مجزوم. تتميز is مضارع مجزوم.
Mhm.
الحقيقة is فاعل to تتميز. من
Mhm.
المجاز is متعلق to تتميز متعلق بالفعل
Yes,
تتميز.
exactly. So that, so,
And
and
the
then
whole
this whole part. Mhm.
is the صفة again. Too late.
No. So this part, so remember when we began, we had a جملة شرطية. We said لو قيل لم تتميز الحقيقة من المجاز. So this
Okay.
whole business in between, and especially, okay, so I want you to look at it this way. Let me just clean the screen because it's too busy. I want you to look at it this way, like there's a couple of structures happening here. Okay, so there's the shart. This is our shart part. So this is our condition, the beginning of the condition. Here, so لو قيل ساكنا, that is the condition. And then you have وَاللَّيْلُ يَجُوزُ أَن يُوصَفْ. What is this thing? This whole is like an interjection. up to here. So from here up to here, it's like an interjection. So let me type it out in English so that you can actually appreciate what is being said here. Right. Okay. Why are you typing down here? Okay. If it had it been said, tranquil or calm, and then you can look at it as brackets or like a dash, an M dash or a hyphen. And the fact is that it is, and I'm adding words to make the translation a bit, more easy to understand. The fact is that it is valid to describe the night with calmness or with calm. And then you have all this ala tara, and he gives evidence to why it is valid to describe the night with calm. How does he give evidence? He says, ala tara ila qawlihim. Don't you see how people say, laylun sajin? They actually describe the night as tranquil. That's how they call the night. Or they describe the night as sakin, calm, la riha fih. There's absolutely no wind in it. So that's the evidence that he's giving to the fact that he said it is valid to describe the night as calm. And then you can close those brackets and say, had it been said tranquil, the reality would not be distinguished from the metaphoric, from the majaz. So you see, had it been said, so this is my short part, and then the reality is my condition. So this whole part, this whole middle part is like an interjection. It's just trying to explain a concept. Why is the night appropriate to be described as calm or tranquil? It is part of speech. There's nothing majazi about it. There's nothing balaghi about it. It's a common part of speech. In other words, that's what he's saying. Yeah. So he says, if that was the case, لم تتميز الحقيقة من المجاز. It would just be جملة اعتراضية. Exactly, Arshi. This whole part is a جملة اعتراضية. So he says it wouldn't. Yes, we can call it جملة اعتراضية. Precisely. Yeah. So that's the whole concept that he's just trying to say there. Is that clear? Any questions?
Alhamdulillah, all clear. Thanks off, Ustaza.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. All right, great. I'm sorry, my energy is a bit low. My previous class really drained me, alhamdulillah. But it was a good class. But yeah. Inshallah, next time we are almost done, by the way, with this. Probably next class would finish this page, these pages, and then we go into the next PDF. Inshallah. وإياكم جزاكم الله خير.
I always find Surah Kafirun a bit difficult to memorize because there is a repetition of the same root words. So probably this explanation will help me memorize it more clearly.
Alhamdulillah. I hope so. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
All right. Alhamdulillah. I am also remembering, Arshi, trust me, I've forgotten quite a bit and I need to brush up some. I mean, I learned a couple of new things, but I've forgotten a lot of the old stuff as well that I need to brush up on as well. وإياكم جزاكم الله خيرا كثيرا. I will see you guys next week. I need to prepare for my next meeting. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام. نعتك مرحبا رحمة عافية نايمة آمين ثم آمين.
آمين يا رب العالمين.